Hello everyone, this is Kunjan and I am a student of class 11th from Smart Indian Model School. Today in this video we will discuss about the physics chapter, that is projectile motion. My physics teacher name is Mr. Mehboob Hassan. So before starting the projectile motion, it is very necessary to know what is motion. Any object is said to be in motion if it changes its position with the passage of time. If any object changes its position with time, then we can say that the object is in motion. For example, let's an object like bus travels 3 meter distance in 1 hour. Then we can say that the bus is in motion. Everything in this universe is in motion or at rest. So what is rest? If any object is do not changing its position with respect to time, then we can say that the object is at rest. Next one is the projectile motion. The projectile motion is the one of the most common type of the motion in 2 dimensions. That is the motion in a plane. When we throw any object at some angle theta with the initial velocity u, then the path followed by it is called the trajectory, and the object which is in flight is called the projectile, and the motion is called the projectile motion. When we throw a ball, then the other person catches the ball. The game of catch-catch is an example of the projectile motion. As you see in this diagram, I have a ball and I threw this ball with the initial velocity u at some angle theta. Then there are 2 components. The first one is the horizontal component of initial velocity and the other one is the vertical component of initial velocity. The horizontal component of initial velocity, that is the initial velocity in x direction, it is denoted by u cos theta, and the other component, that is the vertical component of initial velocity, is denoted by u sin theta. As we know that in x direction the acceleration is 0. There is no acceleration. That's why the velocity in x direction remain constant. It remains constant and it never will change. It remains same throughout the journey. But in y direction, the velocity never be 0. It gradually changes because there is an acceleration. So in y direction, the velocity will decrease because the acceleration is in opposite direction. The acceleration is in this direction. That's why the velocity first decreases, but when it achieves the maximum point at this point, the velocity in x direction is u cos theta, because the velocity in x direction will be constant, but the velocity in y direction becomes 0. The velocity in y direction becomes 0. At this point, the velocity in y direction is 0 and the velocity in x direction remain constant, that is u cos theta. And the angle between the horizontal component of initial velocity, that is u cos theta, and the acceleration is 90 degree. Guys, as you see in this diagram, the path of the projectile is parabolic path. It is the parabolic path. And when I threw this ball with the initial velocity u, then there are 2 components. The first component is u cos theta and the second component is u sin theta. So this point is the angle of projection. This point is the angle of projection, and when it reaches the maximum point, at this point the velocity in y direction becomes 0, but the velocity in x direction becomes u cos theta. The maximum vertical distance, this distance is known as the maximum height. Now the horizontal distance covered by the projectile is called the horizontal range, and the total time covered by the projectile to complete its journey is called the time of flight. The formulas are time of flight. We can calculate time of flight. Time is equals to 2u sin theta upon g, where g is the acceleration due to gravity and u is the initial velocity. Okay. In this horizontal range we can find horizontal range r is equals to u square sin 2 theta. Sin 2 theta is also equal to sin cos theta. So we can say that u square sine cos theta upon g, where g is the acceleration due to gravity, u is the initial velocity. And then we can find the maximum height, which is equals to u square sine square theta upon 2g. So let's calculate the time of flight by the equation s equals to ut plus half at square, where s is equals to the total displacement in y direction. As you see in this diagram, the displacement in y direction is 0 because initially the object is on ground, and finally after the whole journey the object is also remain at ground, so the total displacement in y direction becomes 0. Okay, u is the initial velocity in y direction. What is the initial velocity in y direction? That is u sine theta. T is the total time plus half acceleration due to gravity, we denoted it as minus g, and t is the total time. Okay, so when we calculate it, we have u sine theta is 0 is equals to u sine 2u sine theta t plus minus gt square upon g. Then we have 2u sine theta minus gt square. Then we have 2u sine theta t is equals to gt square. Then we can calculate it. 2u sine theta t is equals to gt square. T square is equals to 2u sine theta t. Then t is equals to 2u sine theta upon t. T is cancelled by t. Then t is equals to 2u sine theta upon g. The equation of motion, we already calculated the time of flight. Now by the equation as equals to ut plus half at square, we calculate the horizontal range. So the horizontal range, what is the horizontal range? The maximum distance covered in horizontal distance. This is the maximum distance covered in horizontal distance. So total displacement, this s is equals to r, we can say that. Okay, and u is the initial velocity in x direction. U is the initial velocity in x direction, that is u cos theta. Acceleration is due to gravity, that is minus g, and t is, as we already calculated, is equals to 2u sine theta upon g. So let's apply this equation. As equals to ut plus half at square as equals to range is equals to u cos theta t plus half minus g t square. Now the acceleration, what is the acceleration in x direction? That is equals to 0. So r is equals to u cos theta t plus half into 0 into t square. So this whole becomes 0. So r is equals to u cos theta and t is equals to u sine theta upon g. So we can put this value 2u sine theta upon g. So it becomes u cos theta into 2u sine theta upon g.